Come on in, come on in, come on in. All geeks are welcome in this space. Let's learn together and seek his face. I'm Lem Philyaw, aka Bad Gamer Elite, your host for the Sound Maiden podcast, sponsored by LifePromotions.org. God, Games, and Geekery gives us an opportunity every month to chat about the crossroads of our passions and our faith. I can't wait to learn and discuss with you. Welcome to the 65th episode. Oh my goodness. Come on, guys. Every month, it just seems like, how is this still a thing? And you guys are still making it a thing. We have you students that are showing up in the stream and playing games with me. We have you young adults and adults that show up for the Crossroads devotionals early in the morning on Twitch. All this on Twitch. You got you guys that are listening to the podcast, people that are on the socials. It's you. You're making it happen, and I appreciate it so very much. So good. So I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Quake. QuakeEvent.com. That's QuakeEvent.com. Go check it out. If you're a youth leader, know a youth person, know a youth, are a youth, or associated with a youth, or you know what a youth is, go to QuakeEvent.com and check it out. It is the winter/spring youth weekends put on by Life Promotions. It's so great. It's so awesome. I have been able to meet some students and some leaders this year that we've had some great opportunities. They are learning to reignite their relationship with Christ. It is awesome. And as a matter of fact, if you're listening to this, I might be on my way to Wisconsin Dells Quake. Oh, if you're listening to this and you're part of the Wisconsin Dells Quake, let's go. But I'm not hosting this one, but I will be doing a lot of the video and photo work. I am doing a workshop. There's a G3 workshop, God, Games, and Geekery workshop. If you've been watching on the Twitch channel, we'll be doing some faith and film exercises. And we'll have the G3 arcade. We have been already, the G3 arcade has been to Baltimore, it's been to Pittsburgh, it's been to Wichita, and the reception has been amazing. Love you guys. Go to QuakeEvent.com to check it out. Now, what have I been up to, you're wondering? And thank you for asking. Thank you for caring about what I've been doing, what I've been up to. Now, I haven't been playing Fortnite nearly as much as I had been. I really was playing a lot of Fortnite in the past. I am not doing that nearly as much right now, but enough that I am now up to 344 skins. And I'm still doing some gametography in it, which I've been enjoying. And Save the World, guys, I think I mentioned this earlier, but I finished this. Maybe I didn't. I don't know if I did. But I finished the story of Save the World. I'm at level 251 in Save the World, and I can still go back and do more. But I'm at 251 in Save the World, and still, there's so much to do. I don't have all the characters. I don't have all the heroes, and I'm learning. I'm still learning. It's so crazy. But I am level 118 in the Battle Royale, and I'm still taking that top 5 placement. As a matter of fact, I got my first solo for this season. So good. It's so good, you guys. That solo felt so good. I was working with the Satellite Gaming crew. We were having a hangout night on Discord, and we were going to do some art stuff, but we were waiting for a couple people to come in, so I went and did a game. And as they came in, they were watching me play because I stream it to them. They were watching me play, and they were like, "Lem, you're top 5. Lem, you're top 3. Lem, it's you and one other person." And it was so good because the guy rifted out, which means he teleported out for those who don't know Fortnite. and he landed in a tree, and he was trying to heal himself in a tree, but he also was healing me because it dripped down on me. And then I chopped down the tree, and he fell, and that's how I won. It's so good. I saved the replay of that. It's so good, you guys. I have also been playing Midnight Suns, Marvel's Midnight Suns, and I'm actually playing that story on the stream. We're actually doing morning streams now, 10:30 a.m. Central Time to noon, and we're doing Midnight Suns after we do what we're calling the Crossroads, because it's the crossroads of our geeky passions and our faith. So we're doing that. It's in the same vein of the faith in film. We have a topic, and then we look at what does the Bible say about this topic, and then as we play the game, we look for that message in the game. So we're not taking the game and looking for a message. We have our message, and we're taking it into the game, and it's something that I've been doing to keep my relationship with Christ fresh. My learning God's word fresh. I have been working on my backlog, and I know that I had a goal of 15 games this year. And I thought about that recently, and I've decided to change that goal. Because there's a couple of games that I have and or playing or may not play. I don't know, but a couple of games that are on my list. I started Forspoken, Marvel's Midnight Suns. Those games are so long. It's going to take me so long to get through them, and I have a huge backlog. So I decided I'm just going to try to get 1,000 hours of enjoyment. 1,000 hours of enjoyment out of video games this year. Even if I don't finish it, if I don't finish the game, did I get enjoyment out of the time that I had with it? Still watching a lot of Steam Deck YouTube. When we were in Wichita, I was able to hook up the Steam Deck in the hotel room to the TV. Our friend Micah was rooming with me, and it looked great. It looked absolutely awesome. It was like having a regular console in the hotel room, and it's easy to bring, easy to carry. It was really awesome. Working on the drawing still, bullet journaling. And we had New Year's with my family, and we hung out. We usually don't get to hang out. Everybody's so busy. Our lives are so crazy. And we got to hang out together, and it was so very awesome. But like I said, Quake is in full effect, and we will be heading out to Wisconsin Dells this weekend, and in March we're heading to Minneapolis. So very excited for that one. But like I said earlier, the Crossroads streams that we've been doing, they've had me look at my relationship and my learning God's word differently. And sometimes we can get in that rut, and February 2nd, other than it being the day before my birthday, I had a birthday this month. Totally forgot to say that. February 3rd is my birthday. But Groundhog Day just reminds me of that old Bill Murray movie where he was just living the day over and over and over. And I wanted to talk to a friend of mine, Jade Monk, a.k.a. Mike, who is the lead for our tournament at LifeFest, our game tournament at the G3 Lair at LifeFest. And I wanted to talk to him about how do we not get into that Groundhog's Day situation with our faith and with our walk with Christ. So let's jump into that conversation with Jade Monk, a.k.a. my boy Mike. Let's go. All right, you guys. I told you, I promised you, and you know that I like to keep my promises. We've got the one, the only. If you were at Life Fest Oshkosh at the G3 Lair, you know this face, and if you're not watching the video rendition of this, you know this voice. We got Jade up in here. What up, Jade?
Hey guys, I am happy to be here.
I'm so glad you're here. You know, I one of the reasons I wanted to bring you in is because you are an integral part of the G3 Lair at Life Fest. You make sure that A, the tournament runs well. B, I get water, and C, I sit down occasionally.
Yeah.
These are all things that are so important for the G3 Lair to run right. I mean, it's not the only thing you do, but it is 1,000% the top three things, in my opinion, that you do. Yeah. So what have you been playing? What's been on your docket lately?
I spent about 100 hours in 2 weeks when Scarlet and Violet came out.
What? Did you play both of them?
No. I have Violet,
Yeah.
and I stayed up until like 5 o'clock in the morning every night for like 2 weeks, and after that I died. Like, I had no more juice.
Gosh, bro.
I had no more gas in the gas tank, man.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. For those of you who also don't know, the way that Darth Kryptonite, and some of you guys know from the streams know Darth Kryptonite, the way that we were getting up on Jade's nerves during G3 Lair, we would just make up random names for Pokemon. He's the most
Pretty
avid
Plant
Pokemon
Princess
guy I know. Like, and I know a lot. So, I mean, like, what were some of your least favorite names we came up? And you have to say the real one, and then what the made up name was.
Honestly, the only one that I remember is Gardevoir being Pretty Plant Princess.
Pretty Plant Princess. She's so pretty.
That one was used like half of the time.
We said Pika Libre, but I know that's not what it was.
Pika Libre is like the fighting. I mean, it works. He's got a Libre costume on.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh man. So you're avid in Pokemon. You and I have been playing some Fortnite.
Yep.
How's
Yeah.
how was that our latest?
You know, that was our first time really on Fortnite in a while.
Yes.
I went and looked at like my wife's Xbox and her data usage because she was having some internet issues. And you see August 0, September 0, October 0. We've been busy, man. I know it's already January, so.
Oh wow.
But I finally got a PS5.
Yes. Let's go.
So now I own a Switch, an Xbox, and a PS5 that are all my own. Next month I get my gaming PC.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm excited about that. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I've delved back into not The Force Awakens. What's the Star Wars Jedi game?
Oh, it's Force, not
Jedi
Force Unleashed.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Yeah. I started delving back into that. Unfortunately, that's all I've been doing recently, man. A lot of life things have been going on.
Yeah.
I'll also tell you about those sometime.
Yeah. No worries. No worries. The Jedi. What level are you playing at? Are you playing like I play baby mode in all games? So.
I'm on. I think like the baseline. I think.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's my first time through the game though, so.
Oh yeah, for me it doesn't matter. I automatically put everything in the baby mode. I want to enjoy a story. So, and
Yeah.
I'm playing Marvel's Midnight Suns on the channel.
Nice.
And I have it in baby mode, and I still get my butt kicked. Like today, it was bad. It was bad.
So don't get Elden Ring.
No, not. It's not in the plans at all to get Elden Ring. I mean, and sometimes those, like, when we played those games, like we played Fortnite together yesterday, and was it yesterday? 2 days ago.
Night before, yeah.
We played that, and I had my first encounter with the Storm King, and I played by myself for a little bit because there was nobody coming in, and then you guys jumped in. You and your wife jumped in, and I don't know how many rounds we played, but all of us died quite a bit.
Yep, I was squishy.
Yeah, there's a lot of revives going on. a lot of revives.
Yep.
And it was just like we're just doing the same thing over and over and over again. And I mentioned earlier about Groundhog Day. You've seen Groundhog Day, Bill Murray.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it's one of a great geek movie that is not a geek movie, because it's all about time manipulation. Right? I don't know how much you've thought about this, but Groundhog Day is basically time distillation, time manipulation somehow. Nope, it's never explained. Do you have a theory on what's going on in Groundhog Day?
Somebody's crazy. I don't know.
Somebody's crazy. So you think it's actually a psychotic episode he's going through?
I mean, it's gotta be.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that maybe that there are otherworldly powers at play that are, rewinding. Like you can only do it for a day, right? And nobody else knows this. You can only keep one person's mind intact for a day. This guy somehow plays a part where he has to change his heart, like, and the world is saved. I don't know, but I like to think of it that way.
I mean, it's like what's the other movie that just recently came out? Free Guy.
There, yeah. I liked Free Guy, by the way.
It was good because it's like he's doing the same thing every single day as an automated thing, and then all of a sudden, like, he starts to change. So I think that's like the modern take on that, but
yeah, like,
it's good.
Roguelikes that's basically what a roguelike is now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you play any of those?
No.
No, good Lord, me either. I don't like the punishment. I'm not a fan.
No.
Like,
I don't game to get punished. I gamed to escape.
Exactly.
And that's like Elden Ring. Like, I pre-ordered it. I got the pre-order ring thing, which I still have, and I played it. I tried playing. I played for like 2 hours, and I made zero progress. Still running around in the starting area, and I'm like, this is not for me. And I sold it. I still have the ring, though.
Similarly, I did the same, and you're going to kill me on this one, but I did the same for, and so many listeners are just going to unsubscribe right now. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on Switch. I know. For those of you who can't see the video piece, there's a lot of gasping and face dragging and shaking of heads and possibly disconnecting.
I mean, Breath of the Wild takes dedication. I've not beaten it. With the DLC content, there's easily 300-400 hours worth of gameplay, like, because you can just run and climb and run and get so distracted, and then 2 hours later you're like, oh, I'm supposed to be going to this temple.
On the other side of the map.
Yeah. And you didn't visit any teleport points like along the way, so you literally have to run across the map to get there.
The other one that I did that with was Mario Odyssey.
That one I played for a couple hours and was like, this isn't great.
I kept just running into the same thing over and over. But then there are those games that we play that it is the same thing over and over. That's what brings us back. Case in point, Fortnite, Battle Royale, Pokemon. It's the same thing over and over. Why we get stuck in this world of Pokemon, let's say, because that's your baby. For me, Fortnite, Battle Royale, Overwatch. Oh my goodness, Overwatch for sure. It's the same thing over and over. But we keep staying in there. Why is it that we stay in there?
It's got something we want, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah.
And most things for me, it doesn't work like that. Like Destiny 2, I spent over $300 on that game, and then finally when not this new DLC, but the one before that came out, I was like, you know what? I pre-ordered it. I'm canceling my pre-order of this DLC. I'm not giving you guys any more money to basically do the same thing over and over.
I mean, I find that sometimes, like for myself, my faith is that same way.
Yeah.
It's doing this.
More so.
Tell me a little about. Oh, that was an emphatic more so. Tell me about it.
I've seen God work in my life. Like when I was 9, I was healed from a brain tumor. And like I've seen His hand in my life.
Yeah.
And still, every single day, it's hard to trust Him. And I've been taken around that mountain so many times in my life. It's crazy. And right now, we are in the midst of following a vision that He has given us to open what we want to call the House of Dreams here in Green Bay, to help migrant teenagers who don't have anybody here in the United States, can't be a part of foster care or social services. There are no resources for these kids. And we want to give them a home and a place that they can feel safe and have the resources that they need to get up and running in life and live their dreams.
Yeah.
And to do this, we have to put in a bathroom in our basement, and we have to fix some foundational issues, updates to the kitchen potentially, and I'm like, okay, God, you've given me a vision that is bigger than my yearly income pocketbook. And the church can't help because it's not the church's ministry. We live in the parsonage.
Yeah.
And so we are in the mode of freaking out mentally, but still trying to trust God. To be like, okay, God, you gave me this vision, so you're gonna make it pass. You're gonna make these things that actually need to happen. It's that daily reminder.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is you're saying that there's a difference between getting stuck in your faith, but also remembering that we have to continually trust God. Hey,
right.
Yesterday was great. Tomorrow might be, we don't know about. Today, also trust God. Tomorrow, trust God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, like I know that for me, sometimes getting stuck in my faith is where, have I, I know that I am a child of God. I believe that Jesus died for my sins, and that he is my savior. But sometimes what getting stuck looks like is, okay, great, I know all that, and that's it. I'm not continually trying to grow. I'm not continually trying to learn and understand what these messages, knowing when it's so tough to trust God, why I should continue to trust God.
That's Israelite stuck in the desert for 40 years right there, man.
Right? And then God says, okay, awesome. Go do the same thing. Remember you walked around that wall? Go do it again. You walked around the wall, go do it again.
Yep.
And sometimes being stuck in your faith is the call to walk around the wall. And being stuck in your faith is, oh, you know what? I'm just going to go walk around the wall again. So it's a matter of knowing which one God's called you to at that time. You might not have the answer right now, but keep asking. That's one thing to get good getting stuck in. The ability to remember, you just got to keep asking.
Yeah.
Right.
Keep asking and keep reminding yourself of the word.
Yeah.
And I think that, he allows us to get stuck on our faith. He allows us to walk around the mountain time and time again for our own good. Because, it's having been around the mountain so many times that when I come back to that mountain, I'm like, okay, I know what I've got to do. And I'm reminded of all the times that God's taken me around the mountain. And trusting in his timing. Timing is, I think, one of the biggest struggles. Timing and identity are one of the biggest struggles as Christians. And if we try to rush God's timing, guess what? We are going around the mountain.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, so are you planning on being back in the G3 layer this year?
I am. And forgive me, life has been absolutely insane. What are the dates for that?
Yeah, that's July 6th through the 9th, Mike. And I hope that I get to see everybody there.
But yeah, so, all right, great. So we'll see you then. We actually, if you want to join the Discord, folks, you can give us, myself, Jade Monk, and Darth Kryptonite in the Discord. Give us suggestions for what you think the tournament game should be this year, because we haven't picked it just yet. We're working with Clear Hits Radio. Caleb and I are feverishly looking at games that nobody knows how to play so that we can have a fun, fair thing like we did last year, which was amazing.
Yeah.
But then I do have to tell you, Jade, there's big stuff coming for G3 Lair. And we'll talk about that off stream.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, if somebody wanted to find you online in socials, where could they find you?
I am on Facebook, Mike, M-I-K-E, Hand, H-A-N-D. You can find me on Discord, Jade Monk 92. I'm in the server here, and I have my own gaming server. Not the greatest thing on earth, but it's a great way to keep in contact. Send me a friend request, message me, and we will connect.
There you go. Mike, thanks a lot, buddy. I really appreciate you.
Yeah.
Mike, thank you so much. Jade Monk. Guys, if you are going to be at Life Fest 2023, July 6th through the 9th, make sure you stop by the G3 Lair and say hey to Mike. All right? Thank him for his time on the podcast. The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21, I like to call that the cheat code book of the Bible, but the book of Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21, it says, many are the plans in the mind of a man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand. sometimes we feel like we're stuck in an endless loop. Like, I don't know, the game Death Loop. Or I don't know if you've ever played Portal and you've made a jumping portal where you just keep falling but also landing at the same time. But, that's not shocking to God. He knows. He knows, you guys. Right? But he also knows there is a path that he has made for us to follow. And sometimes he puts that little bench on the side for us to stop and chill on, because he needs us to stop. And it's going to feel like we are continuously doing the same thing over and over and over in our faith. And that's the time where we realize, okay, maybe we need to continue to seek his face. But in 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14, it says, if my people who are called by my name humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and forgive their sin and heal their land. Sometimes that healing we need, you guys, just comes from, hey, stop, turn around, and speak to God. Just speak to him. Maybe for you, you've been getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning every week or every day and opening up your Bible. Well, sometimes maybe you get up at 6 o'clock and just listen. What is God talking to you? What is he saying to you? And that is where we have those moments. All right. So this month, let's remember that we could feel like we're stuck in that classic Groundhog's Day situation. Even when that happens, let's continue to seek his face, and he'll lead us to our promised land. Hey, you can find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all as God Games Geekery. If you are on Twitch, you know what it is. God Games and Geekery. We have had so many new friends pop in. It's been so awesome. We've had folks from around the world, from Turkey and Pakistan, and we've had people from the UK that are not necessarily of our faith asking for prayer. It's so awesome that our community has this fellowship together with those that are in our faith and outside of our faith. So much so that they know this is a place where they are loved. All right. If you want to email me, it's badgamer@lifepromotions.org. Badgamer@lifepromotions.org. And if you could write a review and you have time right now, go do it. Right? I mean, after the credits roll, but go do a review. It helps us in so many ways. All right. And by the way, if you want to sponsor us, let us know. If you want to give to the ministry, let us know. The easiest way is to use your Amazon Prime and subscribe on Twitch. Let me know if you need some help with that. Hey, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening. Remember, you are geeky, you are loved, and always leave people better than you found them.